So I'm really excited for you to get to see this video, to hear a little bit from Tom Herbert about the long table, about his bigger sense of mission, about what he sees as the Tom Herbert shaped piece of that, his unique contribution to the wider mission, and also a few of his reflections on how the coaching circle, the Partners in Purpose coaching circle, which is a peer coaching group that convenes on Fridays during term time, how that has played its part in helping him keep bringing his best to the work that matters most to him. So what is the Long Table? Tell us what it's all about.
So the Long Table is a social enterprise restaurant. As a team, we work together to answer the question, what if everyone in our community had access to great food and people to eat it with? It can't be great food unless we consider where it comes from, so we work intentionally and highly relationally with regenerative farms locally. We have made space to welcome vulnerable youngsters who we equip and share the skills of cooking and chefing through apprenticeship schemes. And then we make it available to everyone, pay as you can. So there's no financial barrier to eating with us. When we do it well, the table's busy and long and it's growing longer, and we feel like every mouthful can be a vote for positive change that we want to see in the world.
And how do you articulate the purpose, the mission that most motivates you?
Companionship is Latin for with bread. For me, I find that so motivating, that this opportunity to share and break bread with people is where I feel most alive. The second word for me is about transformation. So whether it's transforming ingredients into fine food or soulful food, transforming spaces like this derelict mill we found and have had the community join in, our neighbours joining in to renovate and bring a disused, discarded place into use. Whether it's transformation of youngsters that are vulnerable and had a really bad start in life, see them literally transform into being young adults with that you might say are self-actualizing or start to. That's only possible if the culture is right, the values and the stories that help us sort of stay in our lane.
And what do you see as the core Tom Herbert shaped piece of the puzzle, the bit that's your key part to play?
I believe that my kind of unique contribution is to be able to imagine what's possible, and then to form the things that I see that are inspiring, that have us like lifting up to joyfulness and deliciousness, and then promote and woo people to this vision of what might be, such that they are up for risking and joining in and feel inspired to go in that direction. And when I do that well, other people do that too. And then that's when real change happens, the multiplying, proliferating effect comes into its own.
And lastly, how has the coaching circle helped you bring your best to the work that matters most?
Coaching is just another way of sort of saying, having a conversation about what matters that can get to the heart of the thing and open up the potential for the change we desire. And all of those things I've just said can be really hidden by the busyness of life. And then I don't want to be one of those people that gets knackered out and looks back and thinks, well, what on earth was that for? And, you know, I want to be intentional about what I give my energy and creativity and love to. And when I'm intentional, it's so much more fun than it just being some kind of accident, or and so much more interesting than the default of like always stressed, always tired, always overworked, which I mean, I'm not denying that, like it's not a pill that like cures you of that, but it offers this like great fresh perspective. I always come away with some insight, and these are little, you know, in my life now I have this like jewelry box of treasure, and so much of that has come from the conversations and insights and perspectives that I've found being part of PIP. It's priceless.